Hello.
Okay, so this is my note card, front and back, and the song that I'm gonna play is Video Games by Lana Del Rey.
It's you, it's you, it's all for you. Everything I do, tell you all the time. Heaven is a place on earth.
Okay, so the song is really pretty, you should listen to the rest of it. But basically, the song was written by singer-songwriter Lana Del Rey. She was born on June 21st, 1985, under the name Elizabeth Woolridge Grant. She's a Cancer. She was born and raised in New York. And in her early teen years, she developed an alcohol addiction, which her parents tried to help her kick by sending her to boarding school. She did kick the addiction, but she sang about this part of her life and like the loneliness she experienced a lot in her earliest music. And she attended college briefly after she finished boarding school. She lived with an aunt and uncle, and he taught her how to play the guitar, and then she was focusing on music rather than like philosophy, which was her major, stuff like that. And then her career started under the name of Lizzie Grant. She was performing at open mics, like club gigs and stuff like that. And then in 2006, she entered a songwriting competition. And she didn't win the competition. However, one of the judges on the panel was actually from like an indie record label. And he helped her to create her first demo. And then that demo got her signed to the indie label. And that first album was called Lana Del Rey, aka Lizzie Grant. And she bought the rights back to that album after she changed her stage name to Lana Del Rey, because she didn't want people to get confused with who she was or the music that she was releasing. So this album can still be found online, but it's no longer like you can't buy it anymore. So she settled on her name, Lana Del Rey, and she made a music video to that song, Video Games, and she wrote that song and like she made like an at-home video for it, which she released on YouTube. And then that video went viral on YouTube, and it caught like a lot of people's attention, obviously. And she was able to sign to Interscope Records after that because she got so big from her video, which was like so new and different at the time. And after she signed to Interscope Records, a lot of new opportunities opened up for her. So she had like her first big performance after she signed, which was on like Saturday Night Live. And then she was able to model for like H&M like in the beginning of her career. And then she actually had like her own like little handbag, which was like just an opportunity that opened up because of her new record signing. And then after all that, she had already released like her first album, which was called Born to Die. She had released already her first EP called Paradise, and that was all like 2012, 2013, and she had a lot of success and just like newly emerging fame. And 2013 came around, she had like an EDM remix of one of her first songs from her first albums, and that went platinum, got her more attention. And then she had a short film which she like directed and she started, called Tropico. And then she had another album released called Ultraviolence in 2013. So by 2014, she did a performance at the Palace of Versailles for like Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's wedding as a surprise wedding gift. And then she had 3 songs from 3 big movies. It was The Great Gatsby, Big Eyes by Tim Burton, and the movie Maleficent. And then she had her 3rd album released already. And then 2015, her 4th album, Honeymoon, came out. And then 2017, she had Lust for Life come out, and she has another upcoming album. She hasn't set a release date yet, but it's going to be called Norman effing Rockwell, after the star Norman Rockwell. And then she had a cover of Doing Time by Sublime. She's putting that on the album. And then recently what she's been up to is like she's released singles and she's done features for a lot of different artists. So she's putting some of those like released singles on her album. And she's been releasing a new poetry book on her Instagram. She hasn't announced like a date for that either. And recently she became the face of Gucci Guilty alongside like Alessandra Michelle. And then to date, she's won 4 she's had 4 Grammy nominations. And then she's won like 1 Best Female Artist of the Year, 1 Best Alternative Award. And then her very first music was all about like glamour fame, like melancholy, like sadness and tragic love, and just like nostalgia and like Hollywood stuff like that, the sadder side of everything. And then her music transformed now to being like about happiness and like pursuing freedom and finding love and being like happy within herself. So she's had a transformation from the beginning of her fame till now, and her music is really good.